Welcome back one more time to Galactic Civilizations 3, where I'm fleshing out the Chiotho race for my book series Relic Worlds. They are a pragmatic race that is interested in artifacts from earlier civilizations and who prefers to rely on themselves rather than other races. In the game, as in the series, this isolationism has kept them alive as one by one other civilizations around them have fallen. But it's also left them the last survivor to face the might of the aggressive Sagaran race, which has wiped out almost everyone else. That's where we left off in the last episode. We begin with the Chiotho gearing up for war by building up as many of their most powerful ships as they can. They also check their newly acquired fleets around the Orhap homeworld. These are immediately thrown into a battle with a Sagaran ship. At last they destroy it. The victory is Pyrrhic, however, as there are plenty more of those Sagaran vessels nearby, two of which are used to destroy a mining station. They destroy other star bases as well, including a shipyard. The Chiotho gather their fleet quickly and prepare for battle. They turn to their remaining allies to trade technologies, but find that none can be of any help. So they attack the Sagarans with what they have. It is a futile gesture. They are annihilated without destroying a single enemy ship. All their hopes now rely on the capital ships coming out of the shipyards at Katrina Devane. Their hopes are dashed. But they don't give up. They decide on a tactic of swarming individual Sagaran ships that are on their own. homeworld. They develop integrated research, and, knowing they will have to dig in, they research better fortifications. The Sigarans continue this attack, this time one-on-one, which could prove individual Chiotho ships to have the edge. Them with another defeat. They return to swarm tactics. Brings them another victory, but there are far more Sigarans, which they use to destroy more of the Chiotho. The Chiotho ships valiantly try to defend one of their star bases. But it's another failure. On their turn, they swarm with the help of one of the larger ships they got from the Chiotho. But these victories are tempered with losses throughout their empire. The fighting goes back and forth, with the swarming technique working by the Chiotho in select locations. The Sigurans invade the former Digu worlds. Having not developed sufficient fortifications yet, they lose one of their worlds. The Chiotho turn to their allies, trying to get aid. But the Chiotho turn their backs on others in times of need, and no one feels obligated to help them. At last they develop bombardment shelters, and they move on to orbital defense platforms. But it's too late for the other former Digu world, and it goes down to the Sigurans. The Chiotho desperately try to consolidate whatever they have left. Soon the Sigurans are biting chunks out of their borders, taking some of their original worlds. The Chiotho develop a deeper ideology and negotiation, hoping against hope that they might be able to reason with the Sigurans. The Yinhot, also under attack by the Sigurans, ask for the knowledge of fortifications, which the Chiotho gladly give. Then their search for ancient relics pays off. Archaeologists have uncovered an ancient novel, which, when translated, was revealed to be powerfully erotic to a broad panoply of species. When the novel was leaked to the general public, it quickly spread throughout the galaxy, and has now been published in every known language. In some cases, with very colorful illustrations. The recent spike in birth rates is unprecedented in galactic history. Our survey teams are reporting that there has been a sudden spike in the number of anomalies being found. They think they are the list to discover this trend, but it is likely that other races will notice soon. And the Chiotho choose, excellent, we should boost the production of our survey ships to take advantage of the situation. The ancient novel is not extremely helpful, but it provides hope that there is some answer out there, left by some ancient civilization. The Chiotho renew their efforts to find something, anything, left over from the past that might help them. They meanwhile build more defensive systems on their planets, hoping to stall the invasions long enough for their archaeological teams to come back with something useful. They will have to work fast, as the Sigurans next take Nuo 2, the secondary planet in their home solar system. The Yinhot, seeing their desperate situation, sends a ship to help. It is not enough to save the Chiotho homeworld. It is a dire time, made worse by the fact that another empire has been destroyed. Now the Chiotho Empire is crunched up into the area that used to belong to the Orhap, and the Siguran territory around it resembles a large mouth consuming them. The Chiotho try one last time to make peace with the Sigurans, but it fails. There is no reasoning with these aliens. One by one, the Chiotho worlds fall. Their explorer archaeologists make one last discovery, a signal transmitted into deep space that gave those who listened throbbing headaches. Realizing their own fate, Chiotho scientists found a way to have the sound echo through the ages, perhaps to one day be picked up by a future civilization like themselves. And hopefully, whoever that was would be able to succeed where they had failed, and defeat the Sigurans. High Command was moved to the Orhap world, and their greatest fleet was brought to defend it. But it was destroyed, and the Sigurans landed and finished off the last of the Chiotho. And so the game reflected what happened in the books. In Relic Worlds, all former alien civilizations died out one by one until none were left. The lead character is following their trails of artifacts, trying to understand what happened to them before the same thing happens to humanity. You've had a tiny glimpse into that world. Though this is just an exercise and not supposed to be exactly what happened to the Chiotho, it worked out eerily similar. If you'd like to learn more about Relic Worlds, you can read all the short stories, novels, and play all the games at relicworlds.com. Also, the most recent book, which features the Chiotho, is available for free this weekend on Amazon. The link for it is below. I hope you enjoyed this series of videos. It was certainly helpful for me. I got a lot of ideas. So until next time, happy gaming everyone!